We are back with internet, but I did not get Windstream to connect back. They just suck, and I'll never use them again. I went and bought a box from Walmart, and we got Xfinity rocking and rolling so that we can at least make some videos and get back to the normal grind. Rostermania, once again, like I said yesterday, is underway. Many people making their announcements, and this is to be expected, right? Champs for year 4 was a little bit delayed. Therefore, some of these contracts had probably already expired. People are trying to get their affairs in order for the next year, considering we are starting off ALGS year 5 in literally just a matter of weeks with some of the preseason qualifiers. And honestly, even the Pro League itself split is starting in just a little over a month. So a lot to dive into and discuss, some of these announcements that came out just recently and some of these retirements as well. Unfortunate situations, obviously, for some of you OG fans. However, there may be some light at the end of the tunnel for some of you OG fans as well. Let's dive in and talk about what's going on in the scene right now. So just hours ago, Blinkster comes out and he says he is looking for a team in ALGS year 5. This is a very common occurrence right now. Also, Clane comes back to say he is looking for a team in Apex right now. He played in the last BLGS. He's very positive. He's doing all these changes, blah, 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 blah. He's saying that he's back as well. Tech is also saying post-LAN syndrome. He was up at 4 a.m. contemplating quitting work and taking advantage of the Pro League spot for year 5. Love seeing an underdog team win. Talking about Go Next, obviously, Taskmaster, others, you know, all these kind of people are coming out. Strafing Flame also says he's also looking for a team in year 5. So you got people coming back with Taskmaster and Co. You got Tech talking about coming back, Clane coming back, all these people wanting to come back. You also got people, you know, changing teams, changing rosters. DSG, right? Strafing Flame will be parting ways, it seems, once again with Player K. It already parted ways with Easy Flash, but it didn't seem like their new roster lasted too terribly long. I think Strafing Flame has an obvious desire. This is like the second time he's posted this, willing to move to other regions. I think he seriously wants to come to North America. And to my understanding, there was at one time where he really was prioritizing wanting to go to TSM, I think. But anyways, besides the point, I think he wants to come to North America. And I think that's very, very obvious. Strafing Flame has announced his looking for team in year 5. Then you've got some speculation posts. What's going on with TSM and why in the world is Verholz posting this? Obviously, a lot of people are jumping on this. If I really had to make a guess, I would say that this is probably some friendly bait. Verholz loves to probably do this, you know, every now and again. I don't really know what these buttons mean and which one he's going to press and what the implications would be on each. Reps also post, you know, what's next. A lot of people kind of took this as like a, you know, is he going to move on? You know, don't forget, Jordan is a little bit older than most people realize. I want to say this dude is like approaching or maybe already 30. I don't know. I know he's pretty up there. So who knows if Jordan is going to decide to step away. I do know one thing, considering how long he's been in the game, considering obviously his age, he is still killing it right now. Obviously, TSM was probably a top 3 most well-rounded team all of the year. I mean, they had solid LAN performance, really good online performance, really good Pro League performance. I mean, their online performance was really good this year in BLGS and Pro League. So, I mean, this is a very well-rounded team right now. So I would really hate to see him go, just considering they're playing it kind of their best right now, one of their best anyways. So hopefully there's nothing too crazy going on, but it is out there. People are speculating. But then we did get a pretty big announcement of retirement. This was coming from Reeds. Obviously, Reeds had been bouncing all over the place. He'd been played at Oxygen Esports. He played with this, you know, Pickup Oblivion team. He said he's quitting esports unless we performed extremely well this LAN. I was already planning on this being my last week playing Apex and competitive gaming as a whole. Gaming, especially Apex, isn't enjoyable to me anymore like it once was, and I'll be pursuing other interests that align more with the person I want to become. I will never forget these days or years, and I greatly appreciate all the opportunities and experience that I've had in this chapter of my life. I have nothing but positive things to say about this amazing community of people in Apex, as well as my overall experience within it. These times I will appreciate forever. I wish everyone the best of luck moving forward with Apex. Those who have helped me or given me opportunities during this journey, you all know who you are. Thank you. On a side note, Japan is by far the most amazing country I've ever been to, and I'm super glad to have gotten this final unforgettable experience here. I hope for the players' sake that there are more tournaments hosted here in the future. What a beautiful country. I think everybody has nothing but positive things to say about Japan. I mean, the crowd was amazing. It was big. It was loud. People were very much so invested. I mean, the community as a whole really got together there in Japan, and I think it was by far the best LAN that they had probably ever hosted. They definitely got to do that again. And then you would just see some of the people come up to, like, you know, snipe down. I would see, I think Nicewig as well. Some of these people were coming up, and the people that, like, just in that community, they were just so polite, so nice. Everybody was just very, very well mannered. And I mean, just nothing but good things to say about Japan from this event. Happy to see it, and hopefully we do get some more there in the future. Definitely want to keep you guys up to date with what's going to happen with Falcons. I don't really see too much contention right now, but you know, on the side of Waltzy posting, I don't know anymore. Who knows, obviously, what's going to happen. Hal saying more opportunities ahead. I hope, you know, I really don't want to see rosters split up anymore. You guys know that, like, although it makes content, I'm all about communities and people staying together and trying to build a team together and work on themselves together. Unless it's like one guy who's very clearly, like, not good enough to compete. I get that, but Waltzy's obviously not that case at all. So I really hate all these crazy roster changes when people don't give them enough time to develop. However, I will say champs being posted out a couple months this time allowed for teams to really stick together longer than what they normally do. Hal obviously saying on to the next, I'll take third. He doesn't seem to be too upset. Zero also saying with the 11th seed and how we started in this, I'll be pretty happy to end with third. And he says Alliance is by far the best team of the year, but second, third, not too bad in Germany didn't happen. Just wants to exclude that one from his memory bank. Waltzy obviously saying, though, I don't know anymore, does raise some level of concern. Monsoon just comes out 1 minute ago, though, to say, as of right now, I have no intention of leaving Complexity, nor do the boys. So this is pretty cool to see. I am all about Complexity, and I give them my support every time that I see them, because you'll see, not only did they kind of shock a lot of people with this performance, I feel like they did the same thing like all year long. Everybody was like Complexity. They kept, you know, hating on Monsoon for being this friendship org, or he doesn't take it too serious. He jokes too much. He got a lot of that flack last year, if you don't remember. And you'll see that culture that he's built has developed into a much more fun play style, and people want to probably show up, and people have a good time, and people are less stressed, and I feel like they play their best when they're less stressed. And so I love that these guys are sticking together. I love that they have minimal roster changes, and that, you know, it's a group of players that actually enjoy playing with one another. So I'm all about it. Hopefully Complexity will continue to have some success with that roster. So we'll keep you up to date with everything going on in that camp as well. Also, we want to make mention of Phony. Phony is obviously one of the better players in North America in Split 2. They won LAN, and then the roster splits up after LAN. One of the craziest things that we have seen. He went over to APAC South. He played his heart out, played very good as well. And obviously, everybody's expecting he will be back in the roster discussion for the North American scene. Now, where will he go? That is the question. We'll keep you up to date with what happens with Phony as he looks to potentially travel back. Also, as we gear up for the next year, how did our year 4 World Championship viewership numbers stack compared to old years? Well, actually, believe it or not, it went down. Now, we know that the state of the game has been in a pretty rocky position right now. I do think that this event helped a ton. It probably reinstilled some faith in the game for a lot of people, but the viewership numbers are down 20% from 2023 World Championship. However, it is noteworthy that this was in Japan, that the tournament was going on mostly during the night for North America, like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I was waking up at 6:30 a.m. to a lot of these games still going on. So I think that probably had a big chunk to do with it. People were very, it was hard to keep up, especially when you got work, school, and all these other things going on. I would probably put that to blame. And honestly, 20% down, being that North America is a heavy viewership base, I didn't think that was even that bad. But you would also note that Japan had probably one of the best LAN turnouts ever for Apex Legends. I'm pretty sure they did. So really good numbers for the LAN part of it. And I do think the viewership numbers are mostly to blame because of the time zone issues that were going on for North America. I would really not knock this too much, but just a thought to put it out there going forward. Interested to see what you guys have to say down in the comment section below about the topics in today's video. What roster changes are you worried about the most, and who specifically are you wanting to make a roster change, and to what team? Let us know down in the comments. Like and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with everything going inside of the world of Apex Legends esports news. And until the next time, we'll see you all later, Gators.